so I can go Cotton Guard into Dragon Dance like a few times into Facade. So, yeah, pretty good. Darn good.
Chat has decided that Lugia can, as Maxa would say, throw it back like a quirk.
Of a quirked up white boy goated with the sauce.
Throw it back like a quirked up white boy. Okay.
Got it with the sauce style.
All right, lock on. I think that's the last thing I needed to hear today.
You have a good day, Luigi.
You too. Oh, if I could just plug in something real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you all are interested. This Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
I will be doing a Sonic Adventure randomizer. It is going to be fucking crazy. Have a good day. Also, nice Valley Girl accent, Boka.
Oh my god! You guys showed him the Valley Girl video. God damn it. Like, totally. Like, what if you mean it's not cursed? It's just who I am? Like, totally? Of course chat did that. Of course chat did that. Of course chat did that. Alright, let's figure out what we're doing.
Wanna do a short react?
Sure, we can do a react. What's chat doing, by the way? You guys doing awesome? You guys doing super awesome? You better be doing super awesome. Alright, so Fall of the 76. Oh gosh, I know about this game. This game sucked! And I knew it was gonna suck before it even came out, because they were like, we're not gonna have NPCs. And I'm like, eh? Hello? Are you okay? Oh, that's hilarious. He's teleporting to the Bethesda ruins.
If you found this tape, it means that everyone is dead. Or working at a different office. How did this happen? Well, I'll tell you. Buckle up, buckaroos.
Buckaroos.
Today's lesson is the misfired launch of Fallout 76.
Fallout 76.
June 2018.
June.
Just a little hyped up.
Have we waited long enough, guys?
Oh God, yes we have, Todd.
I think we have.
It began with everyone getting just a little hyped
How
up.
you do?
Have we waited long enough, guys?
Oh God, yes we have, Todd.
I think we have.
Fallout 76, Bethesda's biggest game yet. My God, it was exciting. And they promised we'd know more at E3. E3 hype time. The press conference. 16 times the detail.
16 times the detail. All new rendering, lighting, and landscape technology.
4 times the map size.
It is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. And it's our biggest one yet.
My God, it was exciting.
Oh,
November
I was there
14th,
to see that.
2018. The game goes
I was
live
here, High
with a
Vendor.
day 1 patch of 50 gigabytes.
50 gigabyte patch at the start? God.
For fuck's sake. I'll see you tomorrow.
But once that's downloaded, people start logging into the hellscape that is Fallout 76. And oh
That's just bad.
dear Lord, they never fix the bugs. And there are so many of them. Goodbye, world.
That is one crazy image bug.
Goodbye necks, goodbye body, goodbye heads, bugs, bugs, bugs everywhere. Server crashes, game crashes, old bugs imported from Fallout.
Like, the thing that really got them, I think, was the fact that people found out it was basically just Fallout 4 with new paint. Like... Give me a second, I'm cleaning up my keyboard a little bit. There we go. Sorry. Alright, there we go.
Fallout 4. Use more than one nuke at a time, server's dead. Textures far too texturous, an all-consuming void. Error log.
Apparently this was the most common error. 307.
307. Can't pick up stuff, can't stop asserting dominance with a T-pose, frame rate problems, screen tear problems,
Oh,
getting too swole.
swole problems.
Getting underneath the map, getting attacked by invisible enemies, spawning too many enemies.
Oh, you're just dead. Those are like mini bosses at the start of any Fallout game. Until you like get going with your like build.
It kind of speaks for itself.
Spawning too many god rays. Also, your camp resets after every session, and sometimes it goes underwater. Holotapes randomly play static, but too many holotapes mean none of them will play. Enemy AI is far more.
I don't remember what the butler's name was, but good God, enemy AI is far more A than I. Doesn't A stand for automatus? Or anonymous?
More A than I. Animations are broken.
He just shot himself in the head with a shotgun!
Surprise! Floating objects and
He just teleported into a room full of monsters.
a traveling merchant. Just to name a few. Joseph Anson has
Which is hilarious, because... Wait, didn't they say there was no NPCs? How did they have an NPC?
a great video that documents just the ones that he found personally. That video is 3 hours long.
That's terrifying. How do you have a 3-hour-long bug showcase? 1001?
Long. But it gets worse. Error CE 348780
Probably not a good one.
can corrupt your data and force you to reinstall the game and console.
Holy crap! That's really bad error. I can't believe people even play it. It's just a monetization garbage now. And console operating system, that's bad. That takes a while to reinstall. Don't even get me started on reinstalling the game being a long time. Console operating system is bad, bad, bad.
Operating system. If you
Yeah, I heard that they added the NPCs, but the thing was, they also added tons of monetization. Like, tons.
PC players had their computers brick entirely. Also, when the date rolled over.
Oh yeah, they just said it. It bricked. Wait, doesn't that mean they should have to pay for that? Shouldn't they have to pay for your new PlayStation? Because that's their fault that it bricked. I bet you they didn't replace
1st
them.
of January 2019, the nukes in the game stopped working altogether. No one thought it prudent to program in other years in an always online game. And a few players were straight up logging into other people's accounts. This guy had a level 78 character that was randomly replaced with a level 8 character. Bethesda said they couldn't do anything about it.
People still play this game?
And many players are not thrilled with this game, and they want Bethesda to know that. And they want everyone else to know that too. But Bethesda owns the platform. Is Fallout 76 fun?
Yes, it is. Banned for racism. Thread locked.
They had no direct outlet for their rage. The only solution was to put a torch to everything else. Reddit, Twitter, Bethesda's other games on Steam. The backlash was immense. But surely level heads would prevail. The reviewers would come out and say that the game isn't so bad. Oh
Yeah, even the reviewers gave it a mediocre score.
dear lord, they hated it. This is so sad. Despacito, play Country Roads.
He said Despacito play country. Oh my god. West Virginia.
And the YouTube community had this to say.
It's really f***ing boring.
Could barely bring myself to play it in order to finish this review.
No one on staff wants to play any more of this video game. I'm not going to subject myself to another 20, 30 hours of this fucking mess.
In short, Fallout 76 is morally, technically, and creatively bankrupt.
The mods on Bethesda forums were working overtime. The mods on Reddit almost gave up. Look, I'm not saying that some people didn't enjoy and have fun with this.
Like, If you're enjoying it, that's you. But if the majority of people aren't enjoying it...
Game. But what I am saying is that the Metacritic was really funny to read. So what happened? Well, it came out that development was hugely rushed. The deadlines were tight. Too tight. Plus, this wasn't Bethesda's A-team. It's actually a relatively inexperienced division based in Austin.
They put their second team on it, which that doesn't make sense. Like, if this is supposed to be your best big game, next big game, and it's like one of your biggest franchises, and you put your backup team on it?
And the scope of the game kept getting
I don't even want to talk about the collector's edition.
bigger.
We're gonna need distant weather systems.
Hey Todd, I stayed up all night and I just finished.
We're gonna need 16 times the detail.
Please, Todd, no more.
We're gonna need 4 times the size of Fallout 4.
That, and they were trying to patchwork the old Bethesda creation engine into a multiplayer framework. What else could you do?
Which is hilarious because that framework was not meant to, like, host multiplayer.
Expect.
That's why I give my kids
Fallout 76.
a fool.
Now, Bethesda could tolerate
He did. Just died.
the bugs and the bad reviews and the irate players, but what they couldn't tolerate were the exploits. Infinite inventory, infinite invisibility. The frame rate was tied to the game speed, so people were going a lot faster than they should. Server hopping for more items, infinite cache and infinite duplication, unlimited XP, unlimited nuking. The nuclear codes were unencrypted and you could wall clip into the quest room. And someone was given the curse of infinite invincibility. Naturally, this can really mess with other players' online experience. So Bethesda was ready, with the ban hammer
This just works.
and a blindfold to wildly flail around and take down anyone who happened by. But Bethesda wasn't satisfied with just banning people. No, they're a progressive company with big ideas. They wanted to give a road to redemption. So support sent out this email to players caught cheating. We would be willing to accept an essay on why the use of third-party cheat software is detrimental to an online game community. That's right, 500 words on why you're a very naughty boy, and they may just give you your account back. But a couple of days later, the mocking from news outlets caused them to reconsider this approach. One more exploit. In all the Bethesda games, there's a dev room. Every item in the game is kept here. Security.
Like, I solved that problem the second I found out that they had it based on the creation engine. I'm like, there's a dev room, isn't there? That was my first thought. I didn't say it, like, online or anything. All I could think, because I don't think I had started streaming at this point. But all I could think was, there's going to be a dev room. It's just how they were used to making their games. They would always have a dev room that would host all the items in the game. So, like, the game system had something to pull back from.
It has to be top-notch because otherwise...
And there's NPCs in the dev room, by the way.
Someone could just waltz in and take all of the best items of the game, and it would be an absolute disaster. Well, shit. Of course, Bethesda wasn't equipped to deal with the issue. People started flooding in, taking the best items in the game, then selling those items on a black market of sorts.
And anyone who bought these items, you have got to be the stupidest person ever.
At first, they tried the usual approach. Banning people who had some of the best items in the game. You spent 700 hours just to get the best gun? Die, cheater. Next, they put in a system where players would get tagged if they ever entered the room, and they banned those players. That wasn't much better because people would just start using Smurf accounts. Get in quick with a level 1 account, get all that good shit, then get the fuck out. Then use a duplication glitch to get a ton more of those items. Then transfer that stuff to your main account, and you're good to go. Bethesda then takes out this level 1 and calls it mission accomplished. And you've just beaten the game. So the problem continued. Bethesda is running out of ideas to solve it. There's a lot of speculation in the media and among players about how
They got smurfed. Get smorphic.
exactly people are getting in, but no one except for the exploiters knows for sure. That said, Bethesda needs to act fast before it ruins the economy of the game. So they wrote another email and sent it out to the Smurfs. Hello, Cheetah. Do you want to tell us how you did it, and we might unban you, please? Should we not hear back from you, the account will simply remain suspended. It's not known whether this approach worked, but from what I've seen, it's still possible to get into the dev room.
Which is hilarious that anyone's still playing it if that's the case.
November 22nd, 2018. Just a week after the release, the game goes on discount. From $60 to $40, to $35, to $30.
Isn't it like free now or something?
You can find it for $15 on eBay, and in Germany, they're straight up giving it for free when you buy a PlayStation controller. Also, some stores are just zip tying it to other products.
Zip
but to
tying.
Bethesda, it's worth selling the thing at a price close to zero, because it brings people into the atomic shop, which is where the real margins
That's
are,
what I'm saying.
and it inflates the poor sales figures. Let's have a look at those.
Like, it's a monetization, like, black hole.
The latest figures show 76 sold less than a sixth of what Fallout 4 did. Not good. There's also been a massive oversupply of hard copies. Although, what's the point of a hard copy when the thing is just a cardboard disc telling you to redeem
Which I thought was atrocious.
an online code? And while sales are low, returns are high. Immediately upon release, people began asking Bethesda for a refund. 76 is not on Steam, it's on Bethesda's own platform, so they have all the control. If players only played the game for a few hours, then generally they'd get their money back. However, it came out that people were sometimes getting refunds after a full 24 hours of playing. Quite generous. But then word about this spread to forums. Then to Reddit, and a post got 12,500 upvotes informing people that this made pretty much everyone eligible for a refund, and the comments told them exactly how to do it. Bethesda was flooded with requests for refunds. And their response? Shut it down, lads. No one gets a refund now. Everyone go home. Show's over.
No, you've already opened the door.
Robot customer service man, engage.
They really put people on robot calls.
Customers who have downloaded the game are not eligible for a refund. We apologize for the inconvenience. A
few things followed. First, people got mad. One hardcore gamer even trashed a GameStop for refusing his refund.
Thank you for calling GameStop. This is Brian. How can I help you?
A bit of an overreaction, but probably also fake.
He faked that? That's
Second,
crazy.
The media. And third, a class action lawsuit. Their inconsistent refund policy and terms of service may not be strictly legal.
You can't do that. Like, that's not actually legal. Well, it's on Steam now. That's what's hilarious, Felistra. They tried to, like, force everyone onto their platform. Didn't work.
November 27th, 2018. Miglatio and Rathod LLP filed a class action suit on behalf of customers. Media quickly picked up on that. Their main argument is that it's a sometimes unplayable game owing to its technical problems, then they're refusing refunds, and that Bethesda is engaged in a strategy to release it anyway and then slowly patch their way into a more playable state. Updates on this lawsuit are slow, so I'll keep you informed on the second channel. Ad time.
Ad time.
Look, there's a meteor headed straight to Earth. Oh my god. We must do something.
I thought he was gonna let Will Smith say that's hot.
Was anyone curious enough to read about it online? Not me. Not me either. Nope. Oh no. Now people think I'm dumb and I have died a virgin.
What the fuck?
Don't let this happen to you. Get Curiosity Stream. It's a streaming platform with some of the best documentaries and non-fiction from around the world. Partial nudity? Maybe if you look hard enough. But more important...
Partial nudity if you look hard enough?
importantly,
Wow.
the most arousing thing of all. Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Works for your Roku, Android, etc., etc.
If you have a Roku,
A lifetime supply of toilet paper thinking I was saving money, but then I left it out in the rain and the crows got it, and now I'm back to square one. Please.
it's to the crows now. It's for the crows.
CuriosityStream.com/internet story. Ads over.
Sorry.
Let's rewind a little bit. Fallout
I'm sorry.
fans made their pre-orders, and the most dedicated pre-ordered the Power Armor.
Oh no, he's gonna talk about it, guys. He's gonna talk about it! The moldy helmet! The moldy helmet. And the bag that wasn't a bag.
Edition. Wow. It came with a helmet, box, map, army toys, and a genuine West Tech canvas bag.
Main reason people bought it. Main reason people bought it. Right there. Because that was a nice bag and it looked cool. Like, this was like half the reason, but this was the other half.
Fast forward to the release. And customers noticed that their precious bags, which are supposed to be made of the finest canvas in the land,
Yummy.
look a bit different.
Bruh.
In fact, it looks like a carry bag the real bag should come in.
Bruh.
Did they really just advertise one thing and deliver another?
Youngia showing that off was the funniest thing. Because he was like, the heck is this? It looks terrible.
You can't do that. So there was a surge of backlash, and people began emailing Bethesda, asking for refunds, asking for answers. By this point, customer service is absolutely over it. They are done with the facade, and they send this email in response.
Hello. We are sorry that you aren't happy with the bag. The bag shown in the media was a prototype and was too expensive to make. We aren't planning on doing anything about it.
You can't say that as a customer service. And anyone that doesn't enable the customer service to do anything about it is even worse.
That's the whole email. Staff at Bethesda aren't even hiding their contempt anymore. Naturally, the internet goes wild.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Wow. Well, I got so mad, I shaved everything off my face.
Okay, guys, this is a bit
I feel like that's a bit extreme. You don't have to shave your face.
of a PR nightmare. We have to quell the outrage. What do we do? Well, we've got this in-game currency.
And you know what's hilarious about this? Before he even says it, because I remember this, they give you atomic shot points, right? The amount of points they give you is less than $5, which isn't enough for the canvas bag in the game.
Let's just give them the minimum amount of that. Fantastic idea. Hear ye, hear ye. Anyone who paid $200 to $300 for the Power Armor Edition?
And they don't say this entitled to $5 worth. They just say 500 atoms. So you're mistakenly believing that they're giving you like $500 of in-game currency or something. No, it's $5.
Is hereby entitled to $5 worth of in-game currency that you'll be able to spend with us. 500 atoms?
So they don't lose any money. That's the funny thing. What you don't realize is, because that's arbitrary. It actually has no value.
Fuck yeah. What are you gonna do with your atoms? I'm gonna buy 5/18 of the white paint version of the Power Armor.
Which is hilarious. That's just a paint color for the armor. You have to have the armor first.
Whoa! What about you? Lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate. Fuck the bag. He's right. Fuck the bag. Lightwood laminate.
Which is hilarious. If you use these points, you immediately gave up your right for something to sue them, basically, because that's basically what they were doing.
Lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate. Of course, this was Bethesda's fantasy of what would happen. What really happened is further outrage, and even the media started piling on.
It's atoms.
Where's Virginia?
What's hilarious is This is when I thought the game would be gone, reduced to atoms. But apparently it's
It even
still
became
alive.
part of that class action lawsuit from earlier. Bethesda put out a tweet apologizing for their curt customer service and gave a different excuse for why they didn't make the bags. A shortage of material, apparently.
Which is a lie! Canvas is like the most, like, it's not that hard to get!
That was quickly debunked. Because it turns out they did make the
They
canvas
did! And it's even nicer than the one in the picture. Huh.
bag. Except they gave them all out to influencers. Oh dear. It's not the
And you know what's crazy? People got mad at the influencers. The influencers showed this off, thinking you were getting it if you bought the edition. They weren't told anything either. That's what's hilarious. You getting mad at the influencers did nothing. You're supposed to still be mad at them. Because the influencers, the only reason they got it, in their mind, because like this would be the actual reason a smart company would give it to them, is to show off the bag and be like, yeah, go buy the Power Armor edition. This bag's really nice.
the same one, of course. But it's sourced from that ever-scarce material, canvas. But what's more amusing is that it turns out there is a canvas bag in the game. If you don the postman's outfit, which of course can be found at the Atom Shop, for 700 atoms.
You can't buy it with the 500 they gave you. The apology for the canvas bag is less money than the canvas bag in the game.
Ooh,
By their own admission.
short. Well, the bleating from the online community continued, and Bethesda's lawyers realized there would be trouble, so they decided to capitulate. Alright, fine. We'll make your precious fucking bag. If you want to claim it, you'll have to fill out this form with your name, personal details, address, etc., etc. And we'll ship out the bag to you in 4 to 6 months. But it doesn't quite end there. Because Bethesda is known for bugs, and of course their website is a buggy mess too. Turns out all of the customer support inquiries are unsecure and open to the public. In fact, people can open and close.
Which this is where I was like, oh, they're gonna get fined like crazy. Because you should be fined. You just doxed every single person on your customer service line. Like, you have no security.
And change them at will. Listed are details of full legal names, phone numbers, home addresses, and
And
more.
what's hilarious is you can edit other people's tickets and close them.
Or, if you've requested your canvas bag, you've just been doxed.
Yeah, like all of your info and your credit card info. And you see those closed by customer? Those are closed by other people as a joke. To show that they could do it.
Not knowing how to immediately fix the problem, Bethesda panics and temporarily shuts down the whole website. And that is the tale of the duffel kerfuffle.
You wanna know that there's actually an ending to this story. No one ever got those bags.
How could this have been so difficult? They made one for New Vegas. One last piece of merch. A rum drink.
This was a travesty. I almost got this because I thought, oh, that's cool. It didn't look like this, by the way.
Nuka-Cola Dark. Pre-orders available in September. Shipped out on November 14th. $80 plus postage and handling. Not cheap. But in return, you got a very cool bootle. Looks good on the shelf. A great conversation piece
And it was supposed to be glass.
with the family over Thanksgiving. Or at least it would have been. November 14th came and went, and there was no rum.
Why is the rum gone?
Why is the rum gone?
Okay. A week later on November 21st, an email comes through. There's a delay.
Why is the rum gone?
Why is the rum gone?
Things aren't up to the usual Fallout standard, they say. The usual Fallout standard.
I want to know who wrote that up and thought, this is what I say to explain why it's late. When the Fallout standard is known to just be bug-riddled messes. I think the thing that's wild is people actually pay for the mods. Because, like, god-awful. No, I'm paying the actual modder if I like their mods. I'll send them, like, a... What is it called? It's, like... Basically, it like, bumps up their ratings and stuff. But you, like, give them money. I forget the word for it.
Things aren't up to the usual Fallout standard. So we'll have it for you soon. No specific date given.
1 week later.
1 week later.
Nothing. Then on December 5th, another email. Good news. We start shipping on December 12th. It's been nearly 3 months since you pre-ordered, but as a show of good faith, we made this promotional video for you. And this is where things went from tardy to retardy. Right there. Did you catch that? That's just a regular industry bottle and a plastic shell. We paid $80 and waited a quarter of a year for a plastic shell?
Which it wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be glass. That's what they showed in the first one. Now they're showing this. You want to know why they showed this? It's because this way they could say, well, that one was a prototype before. This is the actual product. You can't cancel your thing now because we're sending them out now. That's how they skirted around the whole, you liar.
People were not happy. Look at that ratio. Nothing in the marketing said that it was a plastic shell.
Yeah, nothing in the marketing at all. Until that video.
Super premium, we were promised. And the media agreed.
Made of plastic.
People began cancelling their orders. Silver Screen tries to convince people that it's not cheap and shitty. It actually costs us twice as much to make the plastic one than the glass one.
Oh.
Then what?
Then why did you not make the glass one? All you've told us is it's easier to make the glass one. Why didn't you make it then?
The fuck? We spent 100 hours coding the design.
Oh, good job. For glass, right?
Convincing stuff. So it arrives, just a few days before Christmas. The rum is about the quality you'd expect.
Can I swear on this? It's my own show.
Worse is the design. The oversized lip means liquid can pour inside the shell.
Hard to pour because how they made this damn thing. Spilled like half the shot.
Very dribbly.
So you're best off opening the whole thing up to prevent spilling. If you do that, there's a good chance that you'll snap the flimsy plastic. Any liquid will immediately ruin this cheap paper sticker.
It's a cheap paper sticker on it, by the way.
Some made their own at home and the quality was about on par.
I know!
But look, if you do want a decent version of this product, there are reputable sellers of.
Which is hilarious that they're selling them for cheaper. Vastly cheaper. And they were able to make the glass.
They're on Etsy. They're far cheaper, and
The plastic ones are astronomically cheaper. And they look better.
We give a shit. Not gonna lie though, some of the memes that came out of this were pretty good. Now, many claim that this was an honest mistake.
Sorry.
Or
Sorry. Oh,
that
God,
customers were at fault for misinterpreting ambiguous marketing. I disagree.
I vastly disagree.
All of the marketing shows other glass.
Yeah, glass item, glass item, glass item, glass item, glass item, steel, steel.
Glass items. All of the mock-ups show something more akin to frosted glass than plastic.
Yeah. That's what frosted glass.
They give plenty of descriptions of the product too.
Not one mention of plastic if you read it. Shares the same look as the other bottles of Nuka-Cola, but a black color. Why are we not supposed to think it's glass? It shares the same look.
And not once do they mention plastic. And they were engaged in a bunch of other tomfuckery as well. Before the product was even available, they flooded their own product reviews with a bunch of 5 stars. This raised some eyebrows, and people on Reddit even called them
32 reviews already of 5-star reviews. When you try writing your own review, it tells you review pending and waiting to be approved. I do a review for anything and I get that message, I instantly delete my review. Because there's no reason.
Out for it.
Because I know
So
it's
they
not going to go up if
deleted
it's less than a 5-star or
You can see
4-star.
all this activity on the way back machine. Now, if they're happy to deceive people in this way, it seems silly to give them the benefit of the doubt about the glass. It's also worth quickly talking about the Bethesda merch store. Some of these items are pretty neat. That's cool. Good idea. I'd have that. Fallout 76 pant. Singular. But why is he so mad? The photography is all just slightly off. This gaudy jacket was mocked relentlessly on social media. But does the
That's funny.
$76 and $276 really make it more immersive? And why?
No, and it's not worth that.
Why did they just toss it on the ground? And it comes in this crumpled up toddler body bag. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars in merch and you don't have an eye on? Why is she wearing the size XXL? She's clearly not happy about it. But who looked at this and said, good job, print? Now that's surprising.
I'm going to be honest with you, I bet you anything they just didn't make that size. But they didn't want to not say they did, so they just put that.
And what the fuck? They made the bottle properly. Yeah, one of those, please, but bigger and brown. Is that so hard?
Well, it's supposed to be black, but I understand
Let's get back
his
to the game.
statement.
December 2018. There are 2 new patches released that caused quite a stir. First, the good. For PC, they included a number of quality of life improvements, including push to talk. But it also brought in field of view sliders. Hooray! Increased stash capacity from 400 pounds to 600 pounds, and a small buff to automatic weapons. Hooray! They decreased the carry weight of bobby pins so it no longer took up 10 to 20% of people's inventory.
I got a box of bobby pins the other week that said weigh these.
I gotta go to work now.
There were also
Warhammer, let's
upgrades to
react together tomorrow.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
the camp that allowed for easier construction, and a bunch of bug fixes. Hooray! The bad. A whole bunch of unannounced stealth nerfs. They generally made the game grindier.
Stealth nerfs, gotta love it.
Production was decreased. Fusion
Yeah.
core
Catch you later, Boka.
Have a good day at work.
was burnt out faster. Legendary enemies spawned less frequently.
On guard, I'll fuck you up.
And the backlash was significant, because everybody knew why Bethesda was doing it. To encourage people to use the Atomic Shop.
If there is a shop in game, you automatically should realize that that gives them the incentive to make the game grindier.
And let's talk briefly about that store. Some of the prices are outrageous. A Christmas tree for $12, a Santa outfit for $20, blue and yellow paint for $18. Oh look, $3 for the same sweater vest and slacks item imported from Fallout 4. But the biggest offense of all was the holiday emote bundle. $24 for some Christmas-themed emotes, twice the price of these games. The media agreed that these were egregious prices, but worse, they're engaged in some deceiving marketing practices.
Which, by the way, if you ever see like the up to 80% off, that's a lie. That's just there to get you there. So that when you're there, you'll feel bad if you don't bring anything home, so you'll be forced to buy something.
Oh look, it's marked down half price. But it's not. It was released half price. They artificially
So there was never a main, like, there was never a time where it was the other price.
jacking up the price, only to then give it a fake limited time discount in order to create a sense of urgency. That's illegal.
Legal.
Here in Australia at least, in Canada, and in the
Kind of funny how all these places don't have, like, as egregiously bad companies as us.
EU. Reddit quickly picked up on this and pointed it out. Bethesda reacted by scrapping the discount and just setting it as the always intended price. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes of whining now, so I'm just going to leave it here. I didn't even get a chance to touch on the new pay-to-win fiasco.
What's this hit? Anyone that's still there, why are you still there? Like, what? Be honest with yourself. Why are you still there? If the reason isn't that you're, like, entirely brainwashed, you're coping.
The new camera item that lets you teleport, dwindling player numbers. But on the flip side, they're also adding new content and improving the game over time. Heck,
Tell you
No Man's
what,
Sky.
they get rid of the Atomic Shop, I'll play.
Was a surprising comeback. So, maybe Bethesda can do it too. But for now, Todd returns to cryostasis, hiding in his bunker until the bombs of outrage stop falling, and returning only when it's time to get our hopes up once again. CuriosityStream.com/internethistorian.
Woo! Oh. Oh, it's a DLC. Do you have to pay for it, Mellistra? Knowing them, probably. You know, there is something very funny about change. It's something we all want, but fear. Why is it that, I wonder? Is it because we fear that might no longer be the case? We must embrace it, because that is when we will truly be free. I believe it's time for our warrior to make their appearance. Boka, are you ready to begin whenever you are?
Speaking of change, you want to change to the game screen?
Emergency food yank.
Shut up. I knew that. Totally. This is our moment, Boka. Our hard work has led to this